Hello, and welcome back to another Sunday Sector Review. What we like to say, Sundays are for sectors. This past week, it took us a minute, but we finally got the volatility needed to get us out of that mother bar that we were in on spot. 2 weeks. It took us 2 weeks. Speaking of volatility, let's see what we have for this coming week on the Forex Factor. This week we do have FOMC minutes, so we will be hearing from the Fed, Jerome Powell, this week. That will take place on Wednesday. Everything else is still on hold with the shutdown being still in effect. So, with that being said, it looks like the only thing we have to look forward to is FOMC. Oh, and shout out, we do have earnings. We are back in effect for earnings season. Earnings season is back in effect. So check out your earnings calendar and see what we have for this coming week. Okay. New candles that will be opening on Monday are the 2-day, the 3-day, the 4-day, the 6-day, the 12-day, the 2-week, the 3-week, the 6-week, and the 7-week. So we have quite a few candles that will be opening on Monday. So make sure you take that into effect. And yeah, let's get into it. First on the list is XME. XME on the monthly is still a 2 up on the monthly. We did get some rejection at all-time highs still from last week. We're still getting that pullback. We could potentially continue to pull back to 93 if we don't hold where we are right now. 93 and possibly to come fill this gap at 92.18 wouldn't be such a bad idea. If you see on the weekly, XME has been green for, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks, and this is the first red candle. So a pullback is definitely needed. XLY on the weekly is a 212 to the upside, minor pullback from all-time highs, which is at 243.40. We closed the week at 237.66. The month is an inside hammer, and we only have 6 more days left in the month, so it could just stall for the rest of the month and start and take all-time highs next month. So that's XLY. XLV still looks good for a target of 150. The monthly is a 2-2 continuation to the upside on the month. The 2-week, the same thing, 2-2 continuation to the upside. Same for the weekly. So yeah, looking to target first this 150.32, and then the rest of this LR on the way up to all-time highs at 159.64. XLU on the monthly, still slight rejection from all-time highs at 93.77. We closed the week at 91.39. The monthly is 2-2 continuation to the upside. A 2-week, the same. The weekly closed as a hammer on the week. As long as XLU can hold 87.50, It'll be okay. I mean, it's still good for upside. So, as long as we still above 87.50 on XLU, this is still good for upside to take back up to all-time highs and beyond. XLRE, I am looking at this. I believe we've been talking about this. We've been in this compression forever. I feel like this is 12 weeks worth of compression. I think I counted earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 weeks of compression, and we finally broke. I remember I kept saying the magic number was 42.42. We closed at 42.65. If we can continue, I'm looking for XLRE to target 43.86. Let me see, the monthly is now an outside month. So, like I say, we got out of that compression. Still a few more days left in the month, but this looks like it is setting up to be a 2-up for next month. So, outside 2 week and 3-2 up on the weekly. So, XLRE looks good for the upside. XHB on the month, we are a 2 down, we're a hammer. We found some support at 105, which was the weekly open. Well, which is the weekly open at 105.47. Then go down to the 2 week. 2 week is closed inside, setting up for a possible CCRP to the upside, or this could be a 2-1-2 continuation down. We are wicking off in a Barney formation, so we're still inside this Barney formation, but it looks like if we can get a 2 up, we'll be heading back towards all-time highs. A 2-1-2 to the upside on the weekly, and a failed 2 up on the daily. So if XHB can hold 107, is still prone for the upside. If we lose 107, then we'll come back and tag the yearly open in 105.47 again. So let's just see what side it wants to break. Long as it's holding here, even if it just continues, because right now it looks like it's compressing. If it could just continue to compress within this range, this 110 and 107 range, I mean, it's still valid for the upside until it loses 107. XLP, XLP did a pump fake, so I kept saying it wasn't ready. It was showing signs it was ready. It did a little 1-2 number to the upside and then rejected at previous year 50%, which is at 79.98. We can kind of round that out to 80 psych level. So we got there and rejected. We are a failed 2 down on the monthly. The 2 week, we are a 2-2 continuation to the upside with the rejection here though. At 50% of the year, and this also coincides with 50% of the 6 month. The weekly close is a failed 2 up, just shy of wicking the 50 SMA, so we are below it, and we are below this compression that we kept track of before it broke down. So I don't know. XLP is looking weak again. This 80 areas is very crucial. So XLK, I mean, not much to say. We are at all-time highs. It wicked it. Slight pullback, 2-2 continuation to the upside on the monthly. The 2 week is outside, 2 week to the upside, a weekly close as a 2-2 continuation to the upside, as well as a gap up on the daily. So, bullish on XLK. Um, we would like, if it does pull back, we would like for it to defend the gap and not go any lower than 289.55. So I kind of doubt it will do that, but just in case it does, this is perfectly normal to fill this gap and then retrace back up to the upside. So bullish on XLK, all time highs. XLI, the monthly is a monthly 2-up hammer. The 2 week is a 2-up. We are at all time highs on XLI, so not really much. 312 up continuation on the weekly, and then 2 up on the daily. So if we hold, let me see, we can come, I don't know. Yeah, 153. 153.50. As long as we can hold 153.50, we'll give it a little more room. 153.20. Long as we can stay above that, it is still prone for upside. As you can see, there is no structural shift. Even if we get to, like I said, 153.20 and hold it, this is still prone for upside. We are still above the 50 SMA, so XLI just a little pullback. XLF on the monthly, we are a 2 down hammer on the month. Look like we're trying to get some recovery. The 2 week is a failed 2 down on the 2 week. The weekly is inside. We close inside on the weekly, and the daily we close as a 2 up with a gap up. We are still within a broadening formation. I would have liked for us to close at 53.30, which is the 50 SMA here, but not too bad with Powell speaking, and we are expecting rate cuts. Banks are looking strong, so we could get a push up back into all-time highs, which is 54.50 from here. We would probably have a resistance area 53.76, but I am targeting 54.50 for XLF. XLE on a monthly, same kind of as XLF, is a 2 down hammer. The 2 week is a failed 2 down. The weekly is a 2-2 continuation to the upside. We had a hiccup here at 50% of the previous month, which is 89.65. I targeted this. I think I remember saying I wasn't taking oil. I don't take oil serious at all, but y'all know that. But I wasn't taking oil serious until it hit 80, got above 89.96. So rounded out to 90, and sure enough, we did make it. So I guess there's I'm not gonna say I guess there's still hope. It's not too far. We, like I said, the rejection at 50% of the previous month is what's holding us up for oil. If we can get above that, then if we can get above the $90 mark, I would see oil at 92. So there, what else about I would like off. Right now we are stuck in between. Let me see. Is this where we're stuck? Hmm. If we can hold the yearly open at 86.36, then there's still hope for oil to the upside. So XLC inside month, so I'm not really feeling this. All time highs is 119.55. I would prefer to let this month close and see what next month wants to do, but inside 2 week, 212 to the upside on the weekly, but we're getting hung up right here at 117.50, which is the monthly and 3 month open. So until we can get above that, we can probably push it for all time highs. The daily, same, 212 on the daily. So yeah. XLB, the monthly on XLB is a $2 monthly. The 2 week is an inside 2 week. The weekly close is a double inside 2 week. Following this 3 bar. So if you're looking at this, what time frame did I draw that on? I guess the daily. I drew these trend lines here, and you can basically play the trend line. So above 89.61 for the upside on XLB. If it can't displace above that, then it's gonna come back to this side of this trend line. So if you can see it, this is what you'll be playing. SMH, all-time highs. So we already know we're at all-time highs with that. Really not much to say. It's strong. 2 week, weekly, daily, gapped up, full time frame continuity to the upside. So looking for new all-time highs. I'm sure sometime next week. DIA monthly, same strong, tap new all-time highs at 473.24. 2 week outside 2 weeks, so looking for a 3-2 continuation to the upside. 2-2 continuation on the weekly and the daily with the gap up. So looking for, and we whipped out this broad information I had. So looking for, of course, some retracement. We do have a gap here, so actually looking for a retracement into the gap, even possibly fill the gap, and push through this broad information on DIA. But bullish on that. Full time frame continuity to the upside. Pay attention to that 2 week. IWM last time was the lagger, was the last one to hit all-time highs. No different. Hit 252.77. 2 week is a 2 up. The weekly is an inside hammer on the 2 week. So actionable signal there. The daily with the gap up, so 2 continuation to the upside. Same thing with IWM. Looking to at least come in and fill the gap or tap in within the gap and then head back up. The Qs, same. New all-time highs at 618.42 now. 2 week, Two up on the 2 week, the weekly, two up on the weekly, the daily with the gap up as well. Same thing, same song. Of course, same thing with NQ. 312 on the weekly, 212 on the daily. Like I said, looking for Monday to either consolidate or give us a pullback or both, to continue higher. Friday was a great bullish trend day to the upside. Like I said, we got outside. We finally got out of the mother bar that we were in. We have been in it for 2 weeks. So, with that being said, we pushed up out of it, and now we would like to see what happens next. So, same song, yes. I know y'all can't see. New all-time highs is at 68.41.25. 2 week. 2 week is a 3-2 up. The weekly close is a 3-1-2 up. And it hit the top of my burn information at week. Not much, but that's why I'm expecting a little bit more of a pullback come Monday and even Tuesday. So, but I am still bullish on this. Watching for reactions at 67 and 66 next week. We closed at 68.27, but watching for pullback reactions in this area. SPY. So we all know it's gonna the same, but new all-time highs now are at 678.47. 2-2 continuation on the monthly. 3-2 up on the 2 week. The weekly 3-1-2 up. And the daily with the gap up 2-2 continuation. Same thing for SPY. Looking for SPY to either come back into the gap and give us a test, hold it, and push up into 683 and 685. VIX, eesh, VIX on the monthly, that's crazy. I fell 2 up on the 2 week, weekly, a 2-2 continuation after this failed 2 up shooter. If the market is going to be bullish, I am targeting first 15.28, and then I had this old target here, which was 14.56. I think it's sweeping some lows here, but I'm more concerned with 14.30 now. So, 15.28, 14.56, and 14.30 are my targets for the downside on the VIX. So that is it, guys. So what are your favorite sectors that you guys are looking at? I'm pretty much locked in with XLV. I'm keeping a good eye on XLRE. I told y'all last weekend keep an eye on it, and now it gapped up out of that compression. So keep an eye on real estate. XLK is still showing strength. I am also in some financial plays, looking to of kind of, I don't want to say front run, but looking to get the sympathy off the possible rate cuts that we will be getting through Powell. So yeah. So, with that being said, you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what tickers are your favorite. Which ones are you looking at this week? And if you made it all the way through the end, this will let me know. Put a J in the chat. Put a J in the chat. Let me know you made it all the way through the end. I tried to keep this one short and sweet. There are a lot of individual stocks that do have some good setups. We do have a lot of the sectors, like I said, as you can see, at all-time highs. So really not much you can do. Wait on a pullback and take some base hits to the upside. So yeah, with that being said, put J's in the chat. Until next time, my people, it is good to always come through and do these Sundays are for sectors. So like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Peace.